Hello dear students. So now today we are going to discuss about the comma separated value CSV file handling in Python. What is the meaning of the CSV file? CSV file handling. In the last video, I'll discuss about the binary file handling, and I hope there is no doubt in a binary file. In case if you are having doubt, you may ask the doubts from me. So in a CSV file, first of all, we have to understand what is the CSV file. CSV stands for comma separated value file. Actually, it is a text file. It is a text file, but a text file where value are separated by the delimiter. That is called delimited files, and that stores the data in a tabular format. Generally, it is used for the exporting and importing of data from one device to another device, and it is very portable file. Now I am going to show you how you will create the CSV file in a notepad. If you want to create a CSV file in a notepad, simply you have to type the data. Suppose my file is having the heading also, so I am writing here admission number, comma, name, no need to give the space, name, comma, whatever the value, fee or age. Suppose I want to give this. So admission number 156, name I am giving here Amit, and then the age I am giving the 25. The admission number 1896, comma, Sumit, and comma 15. Admission number 1400, comma, Ravi, okay, comma 25, okay, 20. So this is the value, and I am writing here Ravi Yadav. I am writing here Ravi Yadav. I can give the any value. The value can be contain one value, or it is the collections of the multiple words also. So both are the possible. Now I have to save my file. So I am going on the save as, and this file I am going to save in my download folder. I am going to save this file in my download folder, and here I am writing the all files, and now I am giving, or why I am downloading this folder. I am going to use my original location Python program. C drive, D drive, and here Python. Inside the Python program, file handling, inside the file CSV file, and this is the stored already it's created. So I'm just writing here data.csv. What the name? Data.csv. Don't forget to change the save as type if you are creating the CSV file in a notepad, and then don't forget to put the extension .csv file. CSV file must have the extension .csv. So now my file is saved. Now I'm moving on this folder, okay, and look at this folder. Where is my folder? D drive. In a D drive, I have to open the Python program. Inside the Python program, file handling. So move on the file handling. It's over. File. Yeah, file handling. Inside the file, CSV file, and inside the CSV file, I have created a data file. Now you can look at here, okay, what happened. If you can observe it carefully, you can find it. The icon shown before the data.csv file, this is the Excel icon, and you can see what is written here, Microsoft Excel comma separated value file. So this is the importance of the CSV file. CSV file is a file which allow to open it either in MS Excel or spreadsheet software, or you can open the same file in the notepad. So that is the flexibility of the CSV file. Now I am trying to open it first in a notepad. And you can see the same information is stored here, and then I try to open the same file in a Microsoft Excel. Okay, so now you can find it. Now you can see that the column, every value is stored in a separate cell. Every value is written in a separate cell. You can see this is the header, and these are the data. Okay, and because these are the numeric, and look at this here, Ravi Yadav, 2 words are here. This is the one word, this is the value. So comma is work as a delimiter here. Okay, now I'm closing this file without making any change in this file. Okay, so I hope you understand how you can create the CSV file. The comma is the default delimiter of this CSV file, but you can change it. If you required, you can change it. Now in Python, if you have to work with the CSV file, then you require to be open the CSV file, and you want to use the CSV file. So CSV file in Python can be handled with the help of the one module, and the module name is the CSV module. CSV module is given by the Python to manipulate the CSV file only. Okay, so if you want to work with the CSV file, definitely you have to use the import CSV statement. Okay. Next, after importing the CSV statement, now you want to open the CSV file. Now you have to open the CSV file. So while you are opening a CSV file, you always remember CSV file can be opened with the same functions which I use for the text file and binary file, that is the open function. Inside the open function, you have to provide the name of the file. Then you have to provide the file mode, that is the file access mode. Okay, this is also known as the file access mode, that is the read, write and append. And the same text file access mode you have to use here, because CSV file is also a text file. And then there is a one keyword we are using here, new line. Actually, what happened when you are writing any data in a CSV file, with the help of the CSV writer object, it is going to insert a new line at the end of the every row, So I want this new line can be avoided. It is just like a print functions. If you are using the print function, so print function by default move the cursors to the new line. But if you want to change the property of the new line, so what we are using? We are using the AND parameter and arguments inside the print statement, and that AND parameter is going to change the behavior of the print. In the same way, here you are supposed to use the new line, so that the extra new blank line is not inserted in the file. So this way you can open the CSV file. For example, if I have to open the file, I'm importing the one statement. I'm writing here import CSV, and now I'm going to open my file, and my file name is data.csv, and then I'm opening this file in a read mode. And here I'm not inserting the new line equal to this, because my file is not having any extra line, but you can write it here, no problem. So this way you can open the CSV file. Now I want to read the file. I want to perform the read operations with my CSV file. Reading from a CSV file. Reading a CSV file. So how can you do the reading operations? Now one thing you have to understand, when you are going to work with the CSV file, you have to create the two different objects for the reading and writing. If you want to perform the reading operations, then you require a reader object. But if you want to perform the writing operations with the CSV file, you require a writer object. Okay, so reader object, how you will create the reader object? It will be created with the help of the csv.reader method. Reader method of the CSV module. CSV module allow you to load it returns a reader object, and this reader function is going to read the entire data from the CSV file, and it will create an iterable sequence. And now from this reader object, we can access the data. So how you can use the reader? You can use the reader like this, reader object. You can give any name of the variable here, assignment operator, csv.reader, and then you have to provide the name of the file handle. This is the file handle, file object. This is the FOBJ. And then if your file is having the something different delimiter except the comma, if it is having the something different delimiter except the comma, then you can use the delimiter argument and put the delimiter value here. Okay, as you know, delimiter is the optional parameter of the CSV reader, and by default it is comma. By default its value is comma. Okay, so now I'm going to perform this operation. So I'm going to open the file ROBJ. I'm going to perform this operations ROBJ, Control X, and putting it here. Okay, so ROBJ and equal to csv.reader file object, and because as I shown you, in this file the delimiter is the comma only, so no need to insert and write anything. Now CSV reader creates a reader object. It returns a reader object which loads the data from the CSV file into an iterable after passing the delimited data. So now it is giving the iterable sequence here, and if I'm going to print ROBJ only and then FOBJ.close, I'm closing the file. I'm going to save this file, and this file is going to be saved there in a D drive, Python program, in a Python program file handling, in a file handling CSV file, and here I'm writing CSV file handling. Okay, CSV file handling 1. So look, now this program, I'm going to run this code. So you can see what is the output here, CSV reader object at this. means it is returning the address, the memory locations where CSV reader object is created by this statements. Now I want to read the entire record. So what I'll do, I'm writing here for row in ROVJ and then print row. Look at this, then print row, okay, and run this. And now this time we are able to read the data in a proper way. You can see that my data is available here in a proper way. Okay, so this is the reader object which allow to access the data in the form of the list. It allows to access the data in the form of the list. You can observe it here. Every value is available here. Every value is available here, and because before 20 I have given one space here, so that space is also readed as a one item here, as a one item here, and that's why I told you don't give the any space, don't give any space, okay, otherwise that space is also counted as a part of data if it is unnecessary then. Okay, so now you understand how can perform the read operations. Now I want to do some manipulation. Suppose I want to display only those records whose value is more than or equal to 20. I want to compare this, those value is age is 20 or more than 20. Then this program I'm going to change it again. I'm just copying, just I'm changing this line only, okay, changing this line only. You can see it here. So for and these two lines I'm going to make the comment. I'm going to make this two line as a comment. So what I'll do, I'll just comment out reason. Okay, now I have to compare the value if row 2 greater than equal to 20, then print row. And now we are going to see an error message here. This program is going to give me an error message because the data is here in the form of the string. The data is here in the form of the string, the first thing. Second thing, the data is here in the form of the strings. And what is the solution? The solution is int of row 2, and again I am getting an error message. Why? Because this age value cannot be converted in an integer. This age value cannot be converted in an integer. Then what is the solution of this? So there is a one more function, and that function is known as the next. That function is known as the next function to read one record from reader object, CSV reader object. If you want to read one record only, suppose I want to read the header. This is the header row. If you see that, this is the header row which is giving the information about what information is available in my file. Okay, so I want to read only one. So what I'll write here, next ROVJ. And then I'm printing header. And now I'm checking this program, is it working or not. Now you can see my program is working correctly and I'm getting the output what I need. The header row is printed separately and the all value. If you want to print in a proper way, without this single quote and double quote, then you can use this concept. You can print the every data as a one by one. Like this way we can print here, okay, and in between if you want to insert any tab space, anything extra, so you can add like this, okay, you can write like this way. I'm just copying here Control C and pasting here Control V, okay, fine. And now I want to for print one line here, so I'm writing here this multiply 60, okay, or 50. I'm writing here this multiply 50, and the same line I'm copying here and I'm printing here also, okay. And now here also I have to write 0 comma /t comma RO1 comma /t comma, okay, RO2, okay. So this way you can do this, and now run the program and you can see the output, how the output is coming here. Now here is the Ravi Yadav. The name of Ravi Yadav is taking more space, so that's why this value is, this is the one tab space, this is the one tab space, and this is also the one tab space, but Ravi Yadav is already occupy more space, that's why this gap is there. I'll discuss about this, how you are going to print it in a proper way. Okay, so now you understand how can perform the two things I have discussed with you. The first, how to display all the records, all the records from a reader object, all the records from a reader object. And second thing, how to perform the searching operation, searching in CSV file, or conditional searching if you want to do this here. Okay, so this is about the reading of data from a CSV file. Next we are moving on the writing data. Okay, how you can perform the writing operations in a CSV file. If you want to do the writing operations with the CSV file, again we have to open the file in a write binary mode here, write mode, not write binary mode. Okay, so I'm just copying this whole program here and making this whole program as a comment here, format comment out region. Okay, and now moving here to perform the write operations in this. So just like a reader, there is a one more function that is known as the writer. This writer object will returns a writer object. This writer functions will return a writer object, and which writes the data into the CSV file. How you will use the writer object? WOBJ CSV writer, and then you have to provide the name of the file handle variable. And if there is something other delimiter you want to write in other delimiter instead of comma, then you have to use the delimiter here. Otherwise there is no use of the delimiter, you can avoid it. There are two functions. It is just like a read line and read lines. There is a one function, write row and write rows. Okay, write and write lines functions are available in a text file. In a CSV file there are two functions, write row and write rows. Write row, by name you can understand, it allowed to write only one row into the writer object. And when you write anything into the writer object, automatically writer object is going to write everything inside a file. Okay, and write rows allow to write multiple data. Write rows allows to write multiple rows in a CSV file. This is the row 1 separated by a comma, this is the row 2, this is the row 3, and it is a nested list. It means what? Write row required a list argument. Okay, list argument, and write rows required nested list argument. Okay, so this is the basic difference between write row and write rows. So now I'm going to perform I want to create a CSV file with a one delimiter with another delimiter. So again, import CSV. First I have to open the file, FOBJ open, and this time opening my file emp school employee.csv, and this file should be open in a write mode. And I don't want to give the new line here. I want to show you what happen if I'm not giving the new line here. Okay, so now I want to write the record in this. So first I required a writer object also. So writer object equal to csv.writer, and I want to give the FOBJ here. Okay, I want a default delimiter. So my file is open and my writer object is created and it's linked with the file. Okay, now I want to write the data. So how many records you want? This time I want to write only one line. Okay, so what I'll do, I have to ask the data from this. So I'm just asking a equal to int input enter admission number. Okay, and then b or n equal to input enter name. Okay, and then okay, and that is the fee. So f equal to input and float. I want float input enter fee. Okay, so fine. Now the data is created. Now I want to create a record equal to a comma n comma f. Okay, and then write obj dot write row and record. Okay, so now I'm going to close my file. Now I want to read the file. So again I'm creating, this is the reading operations. I'll show this because I don't want to open the notepad again and again. Reading files. So now here I have to write here robj equal to csv dot reader CSV dot reader. Okay. कहाँ sign करना है? Thank you. CSV dot reader, and in this I have to provide the f obj, because file I supposed to be open also na, because I am going to perform the read operation. So f obj equal to open, and then the name of the file. What is the name of the file? My file name is school emp.dat. Okay, and file will be open in a read mode. File will be open in a read mode. Okay, and then I have to then I have to just print for record, or there is only one record, so I'll write here next robj. Okay, and close fobj dot close. So just only print statement, print reading. Okay, and this same thing I'm going to copying here, writing. Okay, so that you are able to make the difference here. Run it. Now it is asking the admission number, I am giving the 1. It is asking the name, I am giving my name. It is asking fee, I am giving 5800.0000. Okay, and now what error I am getting? It is, oh, the file name I have written, that is the wrong. It's not that it is the CSV file. So run it. First I have to check it. So what I'll do? Okay, I'll input the data again, no problem. So admission number 1 Anjeev and 5800236. Now reading, it is acha. Why it is not showing any data here? Because I have not written the record statements. Okay, this time I am going to change the file mode. I am going to change the file mode. Run it. Again I am giving the 2 Amit and 4500.6. Look, it is reading only one record. Why? Because I have not written the loop here. I try to read only one row at a one time, and again if I am writing the same value, I am just copying and pasting it, and now run the code. And this time I am entering the 3. Control C करता हूँ first. Wait. I want to copy this 3 times. Why? Because again I am going to enter the one more record, Rahul and fee this. Now look, there is a one blank row. Okay, so what happened? This is happened due to the new line. Now I am going to remove these all things. And instead of this, I want to make a loop. And I don't want to execute this. So for record in ROVJ and print record. Now I want to check it is working or not working. And this time this functions I don't want to call. So I am going to make it comment. I want to read only. Check karte hain ek baar. Yeah. So all data is available here. And what you observe, there is a blank line. So this blank line is inserted in your file due to we have not given the new line character here. So what I'll do now, this time I'm going to create this file again, but this time I'm creating the file with the new line value, equal to this. Okay, and same program, nothing else. And here I'm going to run this program multiple times. So I want to insert a loop here. For I in range, and now I'm giving the 3. Means I want to insert the 3 row will be written, and then at last again the file is going to open and read mode, and then I'm going to read it. So learn it. Admission number 1 ABC 2 ठीक है 2 कुछ भी वैल्यू डाल देता हूँ मैं यहाँ पे. ओके ठीक है 3 ठीक है कुछ भी डाल देता हूँ. And now you can see. Fine. So now you are able to write the one row at a time in a file. But suppose in this file I want to show the header also. Here I am not able to identify what is this one, what is this an, what is this. So I want to write an header here also. So how can I write the header? If you want to write an header, you just create a header like this way. Header, this is the first is the ADMN number, AD number, okay. Second is the name and third one is the fee, okay. So and now this list I am going to write with the help of the writer object and write function, and I am writing here header, okay. So fine. And now my program, if I am going to insert the 3 row again, I have to insert. What is the problem? No attribute right. Where is the right written here? Right row. It should be right. It should be right row. Okay. So run this, and now 1 and okay, value is this 2 and ticker and 3 and ticker, okay, fine. And you can see the header row is also inserted here. So this way you can write the header also. Clear? Okay, now move on the last topic, that is the how we are going to write multiple rows in a one go. Suppose I want to write this all information in one go. So there are two options. What I'll do, I'll just first copying this program. I'll just copying this program because I don't want to do it again. Okay, Control C, and here I am creating a loop, and this one is I am going to make a comment. Okay, so import CSV here available. Okay, Control X and Control V. Suppose I am creating my program, school employee, school students, right, and this, okay, and okay, and now I have a blank list, records, okay, records equal to this, and this header is there, so I'll write here records dot append and header, okay. If you want to change the value of header, you can change it, no problem. Okay, if you want to change it. Now I want to input the value, 3 values I required here, and this statement I am going to keep outside the loop. Instead of write rows, I am going to write row records, and one more thing I have to do here, records dot append record. Okay, fine. Now save it and run it. File name I have to change here because here my file name is s2.csv. So here also I have to make it s2.csv. Run it. Now it is asking the admission number. I am giving 1 ABC 222 full screen. Okay, 25 2 XYZ 222 and 3 and this and this. Okay, fine. So record is written in the file in a proper way. Now I want to show that file where I am writing each and everything. So I am going to open this file, open, and here I am selecting all files, and now my file name is s2 underscore employee, s2. Yes, look, this file is having the contents, and look, this file is having the contents. So clear? So this is about, so in a binary file, what is the important for you all? First, reading, second, searching, and third, writing. Okay, so 3 things are important for in a CSV file. Okay, then we will meet again, and if in case of any doubt, please ask me doubt. In a tomorrow class, I am going to discuss some questions with you all. Okay, bye bye, take care.